My name is Sepehr Khosravi, originally from Tehran, Iran. I came here when I was 7 years old, so English is my second language. It's pretty good, I think. I'm coming from the Department of Psychology at Cal State East Bay, and my project is a qualitative study of body image and culture among Iranian Americans. Let's go. So let me tell you a little bit about background information. Starting that the roots of weight stigma date back to the 18th, 19th century, and it's rooted in the fear of larger-bodied black women. Weight stigma emerged during the 18th, 19th century Enlightenment belief that fatness was evidence of racial inferiority and savagery. So what are the contemporary experiences of weight stigma? Weight stigma or sizeism is defined as a form of discrimination that results in psychological distress and mental health complications, including suicidality and substance use. 40% and higher United States adults have experienced weight stigma, with higher numbers internationally. Weight stigma diminishes preventive care and health behaviors, causing lower physical activity, healthcare avoidance, weight gain, and disordered eating. Weight stigma can also increase mortality risk. So the big question is, why study Iranians? This goes back to the exposure to European culture and beauty health norms. And it dates back to 1789 to 1925, during the Qajar period. And it expanded much more further during 1925 to 1979, during the Pahlavi dynasty's period, when King Reza Shah imposed Iranian women to unveil. This unveiling helped enforce Western beauty ideals of being tall and thin, having tanned light skin, high cheekbones, small nose, and large eyes. After the 1979 overthrow of the Iranian monarchy and mandate of Islamic hijab for women, Western culture still prevailed among Iranians. How does modern Iran look like? Women are still subject to Western beauty standards, and many Iranian women use surgeries to achieve the Western beauty ideals. The Iranian diaspora, which I'm part of right now, often retains these cultural values and norms here in the States and globally. Next slide. This is one of my favorite slides. I just love this so much. So here's a historical perspective. Here we have Qajar period. And during this time, women during the Qajar dynasty of Persia the beauty was in their fatness and body hair. So here we have mustaches on each of the ladies, and these are usually the Qajar dynasty. The king had many wives, so each wife would be kind of there for the king, and this was kind of what it was known for, that beauty was in their fatness and hair on their body, which is very contradictory to what we have right now. Then Pahlavi period is a time where King Reza Shah was very influenced by the United States, and we see this transition to kind of Hollywood style from 1925 to 1979. Now dating back post-Iranian Revolution, 1979 to 2022, the mandate of the hijab put a lot of restrictions on women, including my own mother back in Iran, my own sister, my grandparents. And you can see that they have to wear long coat with a long hijab, and if they don't, they can get thrown into prison and killed. And here now, the Women Life Freedom Revolution happening after Mahsa Amini's death in 2022. Iranians started with young Iranian women who took the hijab off, and the revolution is still happening. Many of them have died, and many of them are in jail currently. So what are the current research on body image and Iranians? Although there is little research on Iranians and body image, what does exist is here. 70% of Iranian women 18 and older were not satisfied with their bodies. A survey of 535 Iranian university students indicated 2/3 were unsatisfied with their bodies. According to Garoussi et al., 2012, body dissatisfaction in Iranian adolescents ranges from 40 to 70%. It is really important to indicate men are extremely understudied, not only in the Iranian population, but in the globe. And no research has ever been done on Iranian Americans and body image yet. I'm gonna take care of that, okay? Let's go. So what were my methods for my study? So the great portion of my studies, I have put in autoethnographic notes about my own experiences as a large-bodied Iranian man in my study. So not only I talked to participants, but I also introduced my own experiences, which is so unique, and we don't really see that much in academia these days. The interviews I done were semi-structured interviews about the experiences of fat Iranian Americans. 8 participants so far. 5 of them have been women and 3 men. These men are very rare. It took me so much time to find them. And their ages range from 18 to 40. I recruited them through convenience and snowball sampling of my social media platforms and so on, and interviewed them for 30 minutes to around an hour through Zoom. I'm doing an analysis of my qualitative data using coding through the program Deduce. Here are the themes that were very common that contribute to negative body image among my participants. Number 1 was critical family feedback. And second one, physical, emotional symptoms. And then the third one, the need to change their body. All 3 of them were common regardless of gender on all of my participants. What were unique to only the females were the comparison to friends' bodies. Next, the males, they had this theme that I portrayed, we'll get to soon. It's called the male physical verbal defense mechanism, we'll get to shortly. So here are some of my participants' comments. Here's the first thing, critical family feedback. I saw my cousin at a New Year's party after 2 years. I had an accident and couldn't exercise for a while and gained more weight. Instead of saying, hi, and how are you doing? She tells me, you're exploding. Next one, physical emotional symptoms. I did the gastric bypass surgery due to the exclusion of pressure from others around me commenting on my weight. But after the surgery, an individual still commented on my weight, telling me, you should have got skinnier after the surgery. The need to change their body is another theme that was very present. One of my participants says, I literally might go do a liposuction for my love handles in Iran. I've lost 35 pounds, I've lost 80 pounds before. I've lost it all before. The only place that never ever changes in my hourglass figure is my love handles. It's crazy that I literally have to get those possibly surgically removed. Next theme is comparison to friends' bodies that were present in all my female participants. I always Photoshop my body on my pictures and social media to make myself a little bit more skinny because I don't want to stand with my skinny friends and look larger than them. And last but not least, male physical verbal defense mechanism. I always made a promise to my friends, and I said that if I ever see my basketball coach again, I would push him or I would key his car for literally killing my love for the game and bullying me for my weight. Being in the NBA was my childhood dream, and this coach's comments towards my body may have killed that dream. So what were my discoveries? This is very important. In the Iranian culture, comments towards your body is a normal, everyday form of expression for individuals. Iranians think that they are doing good by mentioning what is wrong with you so that you can fix it. But in the American culture, comments come in the form of direct bullying, as one of my male participants said. They want to get at me, calling me names, but in Iran, they want to help me. In America, I can fight back because I know it's time to fight, but in Iran, I'm confused and don't know what to do. The men who I have reached out for an interview prefer to deny their large body type and not participate in my research because they think that being fat is a temporary condition and that they will be fit one day. Most male participants in my studies expressed more anger compared to my female participants during the interviews, and female participants expressed their emotions in a more controlled and succinct manner. More Iranian American women are open about sharing their weight-related problems than Iranian American men. Even though US research suggests that body image dissatisfaction among men have tripled from 1975 to 2000, reaching 43%. I've learned that by thriving in my large body, I inspire others to do the same. I want to say a special thank you to my mentor, Dr. Amara Miller. I love her so much, and the Center for Student Research at Cal State East Bay. CSU!